My final curtain. Okay, folks, I guess we are all good. So, here's the thing. Ironically, I've turned on this artwork and I looked at the everything and I was like, hey, actually, I like it. The main problem I've had was in the fact how everything was actually going. I mean, shadow-wise. Because like light hits from very specific angle, but it looks good. That's the thing, it looks good for some reason, and I can't really decide now if I should try to do anything or actually just leave it like that. Because I've wanted to rework a couple things, but if it looks good, I mean, right? Someone had good idea on the last stream too, and just giving him some more details like sweat, you know, sweat droplets and stuff. So yeah, we are going to color today. I have to say, after 4 days off at work, it was so difficult to come back. Really, it was so darn difficult. There are a couple things I need to actually rework on his face. Yeah, like, you know, things that are kind of necessary. Yeah. Now, looking better. Oh my. Hey, actually, it's just tomorrow and day after tomorrow, right? That's why I like longer weekends, because coming back to work is just refreshing. Because you don't have to work for that long in a week soon after, you know? Cavendish. Mm-hmm. Wait, yeah, it... Wait. God damn it. Okay. I hate this. It will happen once again. Okay. Now we can pick up these. I think I can find a... Okay, whatever. Squeak! Hi Zaga, I got over here. How are you? Hoping it's good. Why are you squeaking? Something good happened? Got something nice on the plate? Want food? I see. I see. Why oven is called oven if you oven the cold food without the hot food eat? Because you bake cookies and cook bacon? So that's why pizza is a triangle making a circle in a square box? E. Bro, I'm in Spain without P. I have to eat triangles in a in a circle in a square box. E. How's it going for you, by the way? Uh, to be fair, I am not today in a state to stream. It's one of these days where I would actually just skip the stream. But that's the thing, I'm trying to get myself into that regime. Like, I can take breaks on Mondays and Friday and Thursdays. It's Wednesday today, so tomorrow I can still take a break. So why would I take a break today? I can just wait and stream. I guess it might also kind of help me with this some kind of you know, like setting up that thing. Isn't it better if you take a break when you're tired or feel like it? Yes and no. The next one more fresh. Yes. But you see, the thing is that in my case, I've been always tired for a long period of time. Like the entire last week before that, I was just not in a streaming state at all. That's the problem. And I know that I'm not, whenever I'm not in a streaming state, right? That's why, for example, today I can say that I'm not in a streaming state. You can do it in reverse. You mean? When you skip 3 in a row, then force one. Yeah, but then YouTube is going to kill my channel. You know, it's... I have to do it this way, not the other way, because YouTube is going to literally kill my channel if I'm not going to stream for... consecutively for a certain period of time. At least for 2 weeks, the channel is going to be done. So I have to, you know, I just have to have like a schedule and just keep on it with the schedule. It's kind of like with work. YouTube, there are always a lot of people after breaks. Yes, but they have a group of fans that are coming in, they are subscribed, and most of their audience is their subscribed fans. The problem with me is that actually literally 50% of people is not subscribed. You know, literally 50% of people that are watching my streams are not subscribed. I've seen the statistics. %50 is good ratio. Yeah, yeah, it is good ratio. But I don't think that 50% with my amount of subscribers is good for me to take such breaks. You know? Like, sure, there can be people that are going to say, hey, I'm actually going to wait for you. And I'm really glad that there are people who are willing to wait for me. But the thing is that unfortunately, if I want to keep up my channel growing, I have to go with a schedule. So I'm actually going to pick up the, you know, the schedule. I don't think I'm going to stream on 2 times on Saturday. We'll see about Sunday. Or I don't know, maybe my, you know, my GF is going to is going to actually get me to stream a second time. You know, at times she's actually there to motivate me really well. So I'm also really glad that I have such a glorious girlfriend, to be fair. She's, you know, she's really capable to get me going. Oh boy, that element is no bueno. On the other side, yeah. Yeah, I know. on the other side, I can just, you know, do other stuff. Your stream tide is not as good compared to when you zoom through stuff and being energetic. True. True. But sometimes I'm getting energy throughout the stream, you know? But I've also noticed that when I'm low energy, I'm not really that good to watch. And I know that it's painful. I've seen people that are low energy. Like, there's a threshold. There are people who are low energy. But there are also people who are, you know, just there are people that are low energy and there are people that are low energy. You know what I mean? So it's like they're going to sit down and just, you know, get bodied. I'm trying. I am trying really. I'm trying my best to get this right, but I think I really need to just push through a couple elements, and I'm going to have that, you know, energy shots when I need them. I'm also reducing my caffeine intake, so, you know, I'm starting to have only 1 coffee a day. Yeah, we'll see. Usually I have a coffee right after I wake up, then a coffee before lunch, during lunch, and after lunch, and then another coffee when I'm back home. So yeah. By the way, I finished my book. I finished my book and sent the manuscript to some you know, literature agents. I'm hoping that they are going to write to me. You know, it's very it's very independent thing, because I wrote them an email. Yeah. I'm really hoping that they're going to write to me soon, and actually that they are going to have good news for me. Both of them are from New York. They can actually do miracles. Literacy agents from there. We'll see. Tomorrow I need to work on things. I need to finish a footer for our company. I need to... I'm going to have a meeting with a client who finally paid after many legal letters and, you know, just generally having troubles. But they didn't pay what they need to. Hi Skylar, got to be here. How are you? Hoping it's going. How are you? Hi, hi. Oh, you work for the company? Spill the tree. Spill the tea. I mean, you know, this is my job, you know. What tea I can spill? This is my day job. I'm a international forwarding agent slash project manager for a transport and forwarding company. So that's that. And we have a client that wasn't paying. You know, I'm old as heck, so I need a day job. Oh my. I see, yeah. 25 ain't the joke. Doesn't always pay the bills, I guess. I mean, it depends. I'm not in the area for YouTube to start paying me. I need at least 1,000 subscribers and certain amount of watch time in hours in a year. So, you know, like, I'm trying to get YouTube to pay my bills, but you know, that ain't it. Like, it's just slow process. Gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, exactly. But who knows? Who knows? It's going to be, you know, a pleasant surprise when I'll wake up one day and I'm going to receive a monetization from YouTube, right? So it's not about the money, it's about people. I'm releasing a book for money, so that's the thing. We'll see. I hope that it's not going to... what's monetization? It's what gives people money from YouTube. You can monetize the thing. So basically monetization is a word for the thing. You know? A book? Like a book about your character? No. The book is about something else. It's like a mix of Harry Potter with another high fantasy book that I really like. Hi Kurumi, got to be here. How are you? Hoping it's going? Oh, yeah. I want to release a book about Davis too, but not now. Not yet. I don't think it's the time for it, sorry. I'm having hiccups. I don't know why. I think I'm talking way too much. Ah, fantasy. Yeah. No girlfriend today? No. No, she busy. Ironic? What's ironic? Writing fantasy with no fantasy? Yeah, that's... yeah, that's the thing. I love talking to you, don't say that. You don't talk too much. Oh. You got to hear that. So yeah, I'm really hoping to soon receive a nice email from the one of the guys I've sent the manuscript of my book to, with information like, hey yo, actually I'm taking that book. Lil Dev is still in the timeout? Yeah. Yeah, he is. My aura been too strong lately? What you mean? Also, Hololive is looking for new talents. A lot of them left, you know? New talents? Yeah. Maybe it's from all my training. Oh my. New talents? Yeah. They've lost a bunch of VTubers, so now they have to look for new ones, you know? Like, it's gonna be someone who has a big following. Yeah. But why? Why people are leaving being indie and earning much more for going into a corporation that just pays them a wage? That makes no sense to me. That never was making any sense to me. I think actually who's supposed to be hired for those should be a person that actually has smaller following, because first, they can actually get someone to do things the way they want them to do those things. So let's say, like, they do a lot of background work and organizing. True, that's also true. But they have managers and streaming. So like all the background work can be just as well a person who doesn't have that huge, you know, background, you know? Like, for example, what can be the background and organizing? Like what, making, talking with other people, attending meetings, organizing new drops. Like, from what, as far as I know, most of the things that actually is connected with streaming is still organized by managers. So the rest, everything else that they have to do is like typical blue collar work, like spreadsheets and stuff. That everyone can do that, right? If they have proper template, which probably they do. So yeah, I don't think they actually have that much on their head when it comes to the organizational background work. As a matter of fact, there are streamers who are still streaming in the background, you know, on their old channels, like certain pink-haired one. And on those older channels, she mentioned that actually most of everyone else is like just screwing around and stuff. When you don't know what some people do, doesn't mean they do nothing. Oh no, like, you know, like I'm aware that, for example, they have to, like, those who are going for idols, they have to do a lot of organizational stuff when it comes to covers. They have to do rehearsals, they have to prepare concerts, they have to prepare their new covers, they have to prepare the choreography for dancing, they have to probably organize artists that are doing animations for them and stuff. So like, it's not like they are not doing anything, but I'm saying that like a lot of things connected with streaming, I bet there are a lot of more stuff we can't even think of. I mean, I know how much for example, I have to do, right? And I'm skipping a lot of stuff. I have a friend who's a manager for a couple Vtubers, and I know how much he does. I know Vtubers who are more or less on that level from that friend, and I know how much they are doing. So I don't believe that it's just as much different than Hololive. If you have a manager, he does most of the work for you, because you don't have to talk with the companies, write emails, you don't have to communicate with other streamers. You just, it's just a manager coming up to you. Oh yeah, actually, so here's your schedule, and you just have to stream through those things through your schedule, because manager is making the schedule for you. So actually there are, like, you know, those actors that are just screwing around in free time, and there's a manager who does the entire thing for them, and they just have to do what manager tells them to do. So, and that's about that. And I don't think there's anything else besides what I've mentioned, like the covers, concerts, choreography and stuff. You know, because as a matter of fact, like, what else there could be? It's streaming. All those, like, you know, huge streamers, they are also like that. And it's nothing else, and VTubing is not much different. They are planning things out, sure, but at some point they are getting managers for themselves, and managers are doing all the hard work for them. So it's, you know, it's really not that much in a ditch, you know, when it comes to it. Sponsors, collabs, merch, traveling, live events, meet and greet, etc. Sponsors, manager, collabs, manager, merch, PR, management, and probably company itself. Traveling, okay, they have to physically move through. Live events, okay, but they are also managed. Meet and greet, it's just a window during a conference. Not that much work. Also managed by people. Again, there are people for those things. They are just there because those are their faces. And sure, they have to travel, they have to walk around the live events, they have to behave and, like, you know, show themselves properly. But that's just what they do on streams too. Yeah, but you are talking about those people. Yeah. And literally the VTubers don't partake much. Or who you're talking about? VTubers. I'm just talking generally in the huge content creators. VTubers, streamers, it's all the same. It doesn't change. You also have like talent agencies that are grabbing onto rising stars on YouTube. Or TikTok or Twitch or whatever. It's just the same. And again, like sponsors, what streamer has to do with sponsors? When you have a manager, you don't even talk with the sponsors. Yeah, but they do a lot of work. No. I mean, partially. But a lot of people actually have a lot of free time. Actors have a lot of free time, unless they are like taken for the, unless they are taken for a role. Then they have to rehearse, they have to attend a job, right? Because this is a job for them. They have to go there, play, act, you know, just do their job. But at certain point... Oh, you mean streamers not doing much? I mean... Do they do a lot? I've seen many, and I mean many streamers saying that they've literally spent 14 hours playing a video game. I've seen literally streams of HoloLive VTubers where someone that haven't streamed, saying that they are going to be busy, in the end they are managing to spend 12 hours of another VTuber stream just playing Minecraft on a server without even collabing with them. You're talking about people who do everything in the background. Oh, no, they do a lot. Because you said they do nothing, just some spreadsheets. No, the people in the background do all the crap. They do everything. The streamers are just messing around, you know? The streamer, yeah. That's what I meant. Because they have people in the background that are doing all that crap for them. So I think the only thing that streamer would do would be those spreadsheets. Because you have the bad habit talking about stuff you don't know much about with the exact aggressive explaining tone. Oh no. Do I really have aggressive explaining tone? Oh no. Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I mean, it's like... how to say this? There are elements where, you know, when the streamer has to do everything for themselves. If you watch back the VOD, you will see. Yeah. 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 I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean it. I think it's just coming naturally to me for some reason, and I hate it. But yeah, like, there are moments where streamers have to do everything for themselves, but those are moments where they don't have the background people. They don't have management, PRs, they don't have artists, they have no one. So a lot of streamers have to do everything for themselves. That's that. And the moment they actually start to get people in the background, that's like a job that everyone can dream about. Because streamers can literally do pretty much everything while there are people working for them. they're working hard for them. That's what I mean. So basically, like, you know, there are like levels. And I guess it's the same thing on the ladder, you know? On the corporate ladder. At certain point you just have people to which you delegate the tasks to, and you're just looking at things. But streamers are like different. Because they don't even look after people. They are just there, you know? Of course, if they see that of course, if there are like people hired by them, they have to manage the people. So that's the exchangeable trade. But if we are speaking about streamers, like corporate streamers, yeah, they don't have to do much. They are just on a payroll. They just have to be the face for the company, show themselves, act in a way that sponsors would like, and that's it. You don't even have to talk with the sponsors at that point. Oh my. So yeah, and I'm stuck once again on one thing. But I'm kinda guilty of it because I've messed this thing up pretty badly. Yeah, I'm the one to blame for it. I've made way too many shapes. I've noticed thing about Rhino and I really want to get around it. Because I've noticed that a lot of issues that I have with many of my elements is that I'm shading, but I'm shading with many details made by lines. Like, sure, I can do those, right? I can do the lines inside, but I see that, for example, Rhino Tuna has very minimal amount of those lines. So what he does is like, you know, figuring things out in... like, he's just painting in the details. And I've seen, you know, I've seen the way how he does it. And actually he still makes a lot of details with lines, but he does what I used to do. He's merging the flat colors with the line art, and then he's overpainting the lines inside. So that's what that's the trick that he uses. And I was really thinking about doing it, but I've noticed that I'm spending, that I didn't really wanted to spend as much time on details like as he does, because that's like most of his process. His sketches are really fast because he skips the construction. Flats also really fast to do. For me, at times it actually takes about like what, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that, to color the character. Reno also is using smaller format, and you could see that now as I've used also smaller format, it was way faster to, on this one. Same for the illustration for our girlie, right? The marine that we drew. So yeah, why is it like that? Okay. Okay. So I'm really thinking about getting around kind of the same thing, and at some point coming back to merging the line work with flats and just painting on the details. I think that would be way better for me. But on the other hand, when you look at some of them, like sure, they are kind of same, but you can see where he's actually not doing that. You know? But yeah, that's that. There's that, you know? So that's the, yeah, that's kind of the thing behind huge streamers. They just, at certain point they don't have to care. And about the Renatune art style. I've... God damn it. There we go. Oh my. And tell me, folks, are you working on some stuff recently? I'm personally kinda away from things after the streams. Really wanted to make that book, you know? So I've spent most of the recent days that I've had off actually on making the book too. Wanted to speed it up, but kind of failed. Then I've started working on the commissions. I've talked about Link Click yesterday. I do really recommend the anime. Really good. It's very few of those that got 10 out of 10. You know? But yeah, that's the thing. You just wanna hang out, you know? I'm wondering about the Saturdays and gaming streams. I think because I kind of feel enclosed. I have so many games that I want to play on streams, but I feel enclosed because I need to finish the game first. So the question is, how do I solve it, right? Because I can't just, you know, stream several times throughout the day because I'm not at my home for most of the time. And weekends are usually the days where I can have the entire day for myself and do, like, you know, side projects and stuff. But you really want to 100% Yakuza? No, I just want to finish the story. To be fair, why am I making side stories if I don't want to 100% Yakuza? We can just come back to those. You know what? On Saturday we are going to rush the story. And we will see how far we can go. Yakuza is not that long. Let me check how long Yakuza is. How long to beat Yakuza 0? So the main story... Okay, just the main story, they show that it's 31 hours in median. So that'll take a while. But... on Rushed it's 19 hours. They were making long games back then. 31 is short. True, but also there are shorter games nowadays. Right? Like, of course it's not Skyrim where you get like over 200 hours of playtime just for this for the main thing. Not Baldur's Gate, true, not Baldur's Gate, but there are like a lot of games that are coming out that are 8-9 hours long. Like, seriously. And hey, that's pretty good. To be fair, we can probably finish it quickly because now we are going to actually open the business if we are going to rush things quickly. throughout the game, we might actually finish it faster. Because I see that there's something off still. Because like speedrunners are doing it in 7-6 hours, something about that, on any percent. So I think that the main story is where people are trying to find all the side quests, get all the stuff, yada yada yada. Also, the completionist is 222 hours and 21 minutes in total. The completionist. So you can see how long Yakuza can get when you want 100% things. And I mean, it's really long, because you want to max out every style, make every you know, gather up every achievement, buy out everything, test, you know, complete every restaurant you want to, you know, just do so many other stuff for that. And I think people are, for the main story, are also taking up the side stories, I guess. At least most of them. I think if we are going to actually skip that stuff, we should be Gucci. In the end, the game is kind of forcing you to have all the styles. So sooner or later we are going to have the side stories for every character anyway. So I guess on the next stream we are just going to come back to the main story of Goro Majima, and I think we are going to finish it, come back to Kiryu, and we are going to actually have the... we are going to start the business. Yeah. Okay, we've got this. Yeah, we've got this. Perfect. I'm going to take the red, make dark red, and I want to select the color, but I want to actually only darken up this area. The heck is happening? Also, I'm thinking about coming back to Baldur's Gate, but again, long game. I have a bunch of short games, and I think actually about running through those games first. And then coming back to some longer games, you know what I mean? Thing is, I want to have... Life is Strange is short. Yeah. Like, for example, Life is Strange, Mega Man's. Those are really short too. Yeah. Also on Mega Man, I think we would need about 3 streams. I think Mega Man is like 6 hours short, maybe 8 on max. Oh yeah, folks. There's workplace drama again. Oh, what drama? Spill. Oh my god, spill. Workplace drama. Our useless marketing guy wants to have a very angry client and ask them stuff they don't want to deal with, and everybody is frustrated, and we are doing that work right now too. Really? So the ball is on our side that he was like, they sent me to ask about it, and now we're trying to figure out if he's really that stupid or who the F sent him. They sent me to ask about it is usually just a typical marketing hook that that marketing people use, so they wouldn't have any blame on them. So most likely, yes, he is that stupid. And now he brought in issues to now he brought issues to their to their people, to their company. Yeah, but instead of him we were instantly targeted with angry client emails. Yeah, because when someone hears they've sent me and they're angry at certain group, they're immediately going to pour that and target the angry emails to that group, because they've sent me is like as if, oh, that group that you hate, they've sent me to the thing. So it's not working at all. It's just to put blame on people. So most likely the marketing guy either want to be very petty and is very angry at someone and wants to wants to deal with wants to deal with stuff this way, or is actually just stupid at this point. So yeah, the tactic worked, right? He said that they sent me and he's not being targeted because he did a really bad job. Like marketing people could also like do their best to like talk through stuff. Well, until now, yeah. Because like they should be able to, because I will target him. Yeah. So target him. Like, there are things marketing people should be asking for stuff first instead of like diving into their, you know, usual bullshittery. He always fears me anyways. I have a reputation at the company as someone to not mess with. I mean, that's good, you know? That's a great to deal with. I think at certain point my boss also like took the thing not to deal with me. Because I'm doing things that he wants me to do. But sometimes he's like crossing the board. Why is it purple? Wrong chat. Because of the purple potatoes. Would you send me purple potato soup? Yeah. Also, by the way, purple potatoes seems like weird contextual thing. You know, the adult kind of context. No, I don't get it. Purple potatoes? No. Okay, I guess I need to get my mind out of the gutter. I'm too innocent to associate anything. Yeah, sure. I don't know, I feel like those folds ain't looking good. Maybe like that? Better. It was just that. Alrighty. We've done already much more than I have expected. We finished first half of Davis's code. I almost said a word that I didn't want it to say. We're almost done with the first half of Davis's cloak. Cloak, yeah, cloak. Coat, cloak, I guess. Isn't it a coat? Yeah, it's a coat. But I think it's also called a cloak, right? He has no pockets. Oh. They're hidden. I started looking where I should put the pockets in, but they're literally like one pocket is here and another pocket is like here. I've literally bamboozled myself on that one. Oh my. This red coat will always remind me of a character. What character? Alucard. Yes. Okay. Or Dante. Yeah. That's actually one of the things I'm thinking about, because I wanted to make like an Easter egg with a couple things. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to take a break from it. Again, I don't really feel, like drawing. I don't really feel, it resembles to the Helsing logo too. Oh my. So yeah, I guess I'm going to make this stream shorter, and I'm going to just, you know, hang out. The secret vampire. Oh my. House streamer. Well. Actually, why vampires couldn't enter houses without being invited? They have fire. They have fire mage vampires. God damn it. Imagine. Just imagine. Alrighty, folks. Alrighty. Thanks Zeka for being active channel on Twitch. Thanks Skylar and Krumi for being active channel on YouTube. Meanwhile, folks, stay creative and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care and